Hi, I'm Paul Thompson from Spitfire Audio. I'm going to talk today a little bit about Albion, and we're going to look at the Albion Orchestra section of the library. I'll do some other videos for each section of the library, but this is going to be a very straightforward, very bare bones listen through. There's no effects, no compression, no EQ, nothing on these sounds. It's literally what you get out of the box. I think that's probably the most interesting way for you to hear what's in here. So we'll look at the low string section first. The first patch I'm going to load up is the octave legato patch. Now you can see here you get 4 different mic positions: the close, the decatri, ambient, and the outriggers, which are further back and also higher up than the normal ambient mics. So you get a very different sound from all of these. And you have some other controls here. I won't go into a huge amount of detail because the manual is downloadable, so you can have a read of that if you want to have a look at that. But the options to purge unused samples mean that when you can click to load and unload mic positions, and the memory changes, it will get rid of any samples you don't need to conserve your system resources. And then the dynamics controller is the other one we'll see here. Mod wheel controls that, but obviously you can right click as usual to change that if you want to change that to a different controller. With the mic controls here, you can also slide up and down to control the actual volume of the microphone itself. So we'll have a look at that in a minute, but let's just listen to the tree out of the box. This is what it sounds like. So nice fruity sound there you get from the tree. Let's load up. We'll add in all of the mics. I'm going to leave them all set at full volume just so you can hear, and then we'll start mixing and we'll see what effect this has on the sound. So here again, every mic position up. And then let's try mixing things up a bit. So I'm going to pull the close mics down. I'm going to take the tree out, and I'm going to pull the ambience down a little bit. So this is quite an unusual kind of balance, but let's see what happens. So you can hear that you get a very definite setback of the sound. Let's listen to the ambient mics on their own. I'll put them back up to full volume. And then we can listen to maybe the close mics on their own, push that back up to full volume. So you can hear that you really get an enormous amount of space. My kind of favourite sound in some ways is to have the tree pulled back a little bit and the ambient mics up there. Maybe a touch of the outriggers as well. So you get a very widescreen sound here. So there's the octave legato. Now you can see that we have normal octave longs, we have consordinos here. I'll just give you a quick taste of those. We'll go with my favourite mic balance, just for fun. So they sound like this. So I'm playing two-handed, but obviously the mod wheel controls the dynamics here if you want to kind of hear a kind of cello choir. Really very beautiful sound. let's go back into the menu. We have our usual options with pizzicatos and shorts. Let's load up the octave shorts, but we're loading up the time machine patch. Now this has an extra slider here, which you can switch on and off, and this slider will speed up or slow down the playback of the samples. So if we load, let's put a nice big mix up there. So if we play just normally, just wait for the samples to finish loading, and these are the strings playing in octaves, so the cellos and basses an octave apart, as you might often orchestrate them. And then if we try using the time machine, if we turn it this way, you can hear that it's tightened up considerably, and if we turn it the other way, then it becomes much more leisurely. Now again, this slider you can control via CC. You can automate that, and you can get a really great kind of variation of sound from that point. There are other controls on here to alter the amount of round robins for system resource conservation. Again, you've got a transpose, and you've got a variety of things here. You can map CC1 to the velocity curve, so that as we go up and down, you can see the mod wheel moving just down here. And then obviously you can kind of, if that you need to draw a different kind of curve, you can do that. So it's very, very configurable. You can always reset that and go back to the start point. We have also in here our ostinato machine, and I'm going to demonstrate this actually with the ostinatum patch, the celli ostinatum, but you can load it onto these shorts patches as well. So let's load up the ostinatum patch. This is in the tweaked version 2 of the patch, which is about to be released any day now, as a free update. We've been back in, re-edited and tightened up a considerable number of these, just to provide a slightly tighter version of the original. So you have two key switches at the bottom. A0 is for the slightly looser sound. Let me just check it's switched off. Yeah. So A0 is for the slightly looser sounding ostinato, which, as you can hear, has a quite a leisurely sort of sound to it. Let's change the balance slightly. And then a sharp at the bottom of the keyboard has a very nice tight sound. You've also got an option for soloing the mic here. Now, if we go into the ostinatum page, then you can see here there are a variety of things you can set here. We'll go for 16th notes. We're going to go for order pressed initially, and you can see over here you have a variety of things that you can change. So we're going to go for, so this is which note. So we'll go for 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 3. And we'll, at the moment, we'll put a tiny bit on that velocity of the ones just to push them out a little bit, and then we'll see what we sound like. So So you can see it's a fantastic little tool for getting some nice creative sounds, and also for programming some great things. If we switch to chord mode, then you get this kind of effect. So again, a really great little tool there. So that's the ostinato machine. Now, if we have a look, we have an incredible effects section. This is almost actually too much to show in one video, but just for fun, I'm going to load it up and I'm going to just play some of the effects, just randomly, whatever I come across here. You notice that everything is dynamically controllable on these slides and things like that. Only when the effect isn't you know, wouldn't make any sense to have a dynamic control. So there's lots and lots of great effects. And then you've got another bank of those over here. So that's a quick look at, wouldn't be complete without pizzicatos. Quick look at the pizzicatos. Just wait for those to load up. In fact, let's put all of the mics in. And we'll have a quick listen to this. It's very easy to sketch with your tree mic, and then when you're ready, or if you're using it on a laptop, that's a great way to conserve resources. And then you can always render on your main rig later on. So nice low pizzicato there. Now let's go into have a look at the high strings. So again, you've got 3 banks of high string effects here. We've got various different kinds of legatos. We've split the strings up so that we have the violins and violas all playing together for a number of the patches, and then we have violins 1 and 2 playing in octaves for a number of things, and then the ostinato machine actually as well. So if we go, we'll have a look at the octave legato here. So again, you've got all of your options for nice multiple versions of mics. Let's put everything in, why not? So we'll wait for that to load up, and here we are. So that gives you a good idea of the nice sweet sound of the violins there. We've got a version with Sordino with mutes as well. Let's pull those, little bit of balancing here. And then again, you've got normal longs, you've got your shorts. Okay, so we'll look at the high strings legato. So this is our basic legato patch. Put a little bit of close in there, and that sounds kind of like this. And then we have obviously versions with Sordino. Let's load up the pizzicatos. These are very nice. And again, let's just switch between the mics actually. So you can hear there, very big difference. Oops, let's unload the... very big difference between the different sections. Now if you, obviously again, you've got a huge amount of control with the mixer. And also your usual controls here for dynamics, etc. Shorts, I'm loading up the Time Machine patch just to show you how we can use this. So just wait for it to load up. So again, we've got the option to lengthen or shorten the actual length of the samples themselves. Obviously, using the time machine patch increases the memory usage because you're loading the entire sample in rather than just the sample header. So we'll go back and we'll load the other version of this patch just so we can see what the difference is for interest. But here we go. So 240 meg for 2 mic positions with the time machine. Sounds like this. And then putting the time machine on all the way to the right. Very, very short indeed. Obviously you can kind of get different lengths. And that's a rather nice effect as well. So loading up the version of the patch that doesn't require time machine uses 10 meg. So you can see obviously, 2 mic positions, 20 meg. So it's a factor of 10 that you're kind of adding in. Let's load the whole thing up and have a listen. So a lovely sound there. Okay, so that's the string section. I'm going to do a separate video for each of the other sections. So we'll see you for the brass next time.